My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire, where we're going to be playing the Silent and continuing our Ascendance. Alright, Silent. Let's see what poison deck we get, this time. Sorry, it's not just going to be a poison deck. Of course it isn't. Don't know why I possibly accidentally definitely intended to say that. 6 HP max. Do I want to take that, or do I want to take the... Definitely not Curse Transform 2 cards. Random colorless uncommon. There is a 5 elite path here, and I very rarely see those in the main series, so I'm very tempted to just go for it. Impatience, that's probably not going to help unless I end up with poison. In the base deck, it'll be okay at the very least. Not that many attacks in here yet. Well, it was worse than nothing that turn. 2 strikes next turn, please. That'll do it. All right. Poison. There's poison. We definitely already know how this build is going then. It's Noxious Fumes upgrade, and just every single poison card that I can find while I use Impatience to cycle through. Looking for more poison cards. It's going to be good. This upcoming shop is going to be very impactful. Specifically, whether or not it has... I mean, Strike doesn't even do anything here. Specifically, whether or not it has a poison card is going to be very important. Or at the very least, a card that helps with elites. Poison Potion, neat. Flying Knees, extra damage versus elites. And extra energy, I kind of need it. There's a Deadly Poison. And Skewer. Alright. Skewer is really unfortunate because I already have the... Skewer is really unfortunate because I already have the Impatience in the deck, and those two step on each other's toes hard. So... Not super pleased to see it, but I do need the ability to kill elites, and it is kind of unparalleled early. Keep throwing that poison on him. Okay, next turn is going to be real harsh. It could have been, if they went for a larger attack, that is. 15 this turn. Don't even bother. Impatience gets me nothing I can play. That makes a bunch of sense. My Slaver. Crippling Cloud, yes. Extremely yes. I wait until I have Skewer, and then I use the Steroid Potion and just hit for a giant amount, I think, here. I'm going to poison you up twice because that's 21 damage before the next time it triggers. So 5 on this takes it to 12. 12 times 3 is 36. 36 plus 12 is 48. That's not enough to kill the enemy. Crippling Cloud is really important here, but I'm never going to be able to draw into it. So it's just defend, the largest skill that I can throw. We're taking a lot of damage here, and I'm really not into it. Oddly Smooth Stone started combat with 1 dex, as well as another Crippling Cloud, as well as a Weak Potion. That could all help. I have to rest here, unfortunately. Look, I'm just going for all of these elites. I really want this. Like, pretty damn badly. Largely just because I think it'd be really cool if I could get through this first. Sweet. Get through this first floor with just killing all of those elites, have all of the relics, then decide where my run goes from there. I've still got no upgrades here on the first floor, which is a little harsh. But defend for all but 1 damage this turn. Okay, so this is actually going to be a really good elite fight for us, especially if we get... no, we didn't. Sweet. I was hoping for Crippling Cloud there. At the very least, getting a source of weaken as well as having the Oldie Smooth Stone means I'm only taking 1 damage that turn. So 22 damage needs to be done to the backliner. I can deal that exactly. That flying kick has been so damned valuable. Bottled Flame, probably just put the neutralize in the opening hand here. Definitely take the footwork. Orichalcum, if you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. That's really good for elites. Poisoning the enemy, I think, actually matters more. Suddenly block for a large amount is really nice as well, so thank you, footworks. Alright. 9 taken this turn. I'm still not vulnerable, which puts me in a pretty good position. And then the enemy is dead next turn. Woo! Alright. Get to save all of my potions for the possibility of using them next fight. Regal Pillow, whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP, as well as drop the weak potion for a strength potion, just to help us through these early combats. And we'll take a backflip probably here. 2 more elites. That's tough. But I'm a committer, not a quitter, so let's give it our absolute level best. Full defense this turn. Oof. Crippling Cloud is difficult not to play. So I double draw first, just in case that changes my mind. No, Crippling Cloud has to be played. Keeping the enemy weakened for a bunch more turns, in particular, is very impactful. Whiff on the deadly poison draw there. That's okay, though. As long as I end up with enough defense this turn. Hey, and I do. All right, another Lagavulin down. Well, another elite down. And I cannot get away from this final elite, so very much hoping I get a really impactful relic here. Tiny chest. Upon pickup, gain 30 gold. You're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms, as well as a bunch of cards I don't want to take there. All right. We're probably dead. Hell, we're actually probably dead in this combat. Neat. I don't die to this combat that often. Do I? No, I do. I do. Almost all of the time. Never mind. Actually, what I think I meant to say was I always died at this combat. Yeah, sorry. I got those wires crossed in my brain. Yeah, this is going to be a bad time for us. At the very least, we're not being made weak. As long as I get a reasonable draw here, maybe the steroid potion saves me by killing the gremlin wizard. That's a no. Yeah, we're dead. Not having any AoE cards when I come into this combat, and the noxious fumes not ramping quick enough there just made it really unfortunate for us. That's okay though. I made it through 4 elites on the first floor with a poison build for the silent. That's not extremely common, frankly. Now, let's have a look at these pods. Oh wow, they all suck. This is just a garbage run. Alright, I guess I'll take max HP, right? Yeah, because I can't actually kill any elites. Well, at least I managed to fully defend while these enemies are gearing up. Only 4 for the damage on that. Last made sure to only leave the amount of damage that I was capable of dealing after I was weakened. I could take a heal hook here and try and draft into it. That'd be interesting. When I say draft into it, I'm just talking about putting a bunch of weakness in my deck and then having heal hook be extra free damage for me. I don't know if maybe I should be drafting into that. Definitely the neutralizes the first upgrade in a deck like this, though. Come on. I hate one-off lethal. That's a good weak potion, and there's a leg sweep, which actually is a significant applier of more weakness. We'll get the neutralize upgraded, then the leg sweep thereafter. I actually want to get an aggressive card in this store. There's another leg sweep, but there's a leg sweep and a caltrop. I can take both. Oh my god. All right, well now we're a defensive build that uses caltrops for the majority of its damage. Got more weakness in the deck. I'll be fine. Sweet. So caltrops needs to be upgraded, and I'm going to need to get a couple more copies of it before I'm really confident here. And I'm also really not comfy against early elites right now. I have no reason to take any of these for the build that I am currently going for. I'll also avoid that elite, upgrade caltrops, and then probably the 2 leg sweeps in the next couple spaces. Alright, my enemies are going to be perma-weakened. If I can get Paper Crane, I'm going to be so pleased. Kunai, every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dex. Well, now we want shivs, so that we can start building that. As much as I want to play caltrops this turn, do I want the point of dex instead? Well, I can get both. Weaken the enemy here on turn 1. So that I can heal hook for free. We will use a upgraded leg sweep though. So now we're vulnerable. Incoming damage is much. I'm gonna have to just defend as much as I possibly can this turn, and probably from here on going out. I hate this. The final card in the deck is the heal hook. I really, really, really wanted that heal hook. All right, 11-11. All right, fine. There we go. Get that kill. Pantograph at the start of boss combat, heal for 25 HP, as well as a Corpse Explosion that we definitely take. Corpse Explosion also needs to be upgraded as soon as possible. It's a lot of our AoE handled right there. Scoured by Flames. That is the Lagavulin. I mean, the problem with this fight is that the Lagavulin's already awake when you roll and you encounter them, so you don't get the setup time and you don't get to get caltrops out and then Corpse Explosion, those kinds of things. Still think we're okay against it. Ooh, neat. Meat of the Bone, if your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, heal for 12 HP. That can be incredibly impactful. Infinite Blades and Endless Agony here, probably. Specifically with an eye towards trying to pick up more decks for the sake of the kunai. So now I need a way to deal damage while I'm being incredibly defensive, which obviously we already are. And what is our way to deal damage in a deck like this? To me, caltrops can be part of it, but probably poison? So maybe that deadly poison earlier that I dismissed ought not have been as quickly dismissed. Stop putting those in my deck. Alright, do I want the enemy to split this turn or next turn? They split at 75, so I can't attack them even one more time unless I want to split them. Oh, wait. That was the wrong answer, as it turns out. Good lord. Should have struck before doing any of that. Yeah, I should have struck at the very start there. That would have given me a higher chance to get a strike back, and I did want strikes back. That said, we have a bunch of decks right now, so we will almost certainly be incredibly fine. I say almost certainly. I make no guarantees. Alright, I'm fine with splitting those because getting a corpse explosion on one of these two while they have a relatively high maximum HP is pretty good. So I'm waiting to corpse explode that spike slime next turn, hopefully. Or maybe not. Maybe I choose completely different targets. Alright, we're set. Backliner attacks me. I can kill the frontliner with just the corpse explosion and then extra damage on the backliner. Woo! Sweet kill. Wraith form. What's the Storm of Steel? Hell, it might even be Malaise, yeah, actually. So Wraith form usually makes sense, but this deck actually has the ability to defend itself like really well already. So maybe I take Storm of Steel, but then Storm of Steel, like the only thing that's really benefiting is Kunai, and since I'm not getting anything after I discard, like how am I going to defend myself while I do it? Do I defend before I play the Storm of Steel? If I defend before I play the Storm of Steel, I lower the impact of Storm of Steel because I'm removing cards from my hand, and my defensive cards are 2 cost, which makes them a little bit difficult to use in that circumstance. I'm going to take Malaise. It's really good for 2 of the elites next floor. I mean, I have 2 leg sweeps, a corpse explosion, and an X-cost card in the deck. I could totally go for the Snake Away here. The only problem is Shiv generating cards are typically very, very cheap. So it'd on average be raising their cost. Actually, the 2 extra card draw per turn would have probably turned the favor, or rather turned the tides in favor of picking up the Storm of Steel that I just turned down. This is a very defensive deck, so it's the right type of deck to put the Runic Dome in. Yeah, it's Runic Dome. Yeah. I think it has to be. Just because I desperately need to put more Shivs in this deck and don't want to screw myself over. Okay, so they're each dealing 11. Yeah, we're in normal enemies, have more challenging movesets and abilities. So they're each dealing 11 damage this turn. So the maximum defense that I can do is defend, survivor for 11. Not 11. Hang on. Do I end up playing Caltrops here or not? I definitely play both Endless Agonies. It's just whether or not I'm a laser target for 1 energy, that is, because malaising you for 1 energy in the backline, that removes 1 strength from you and weakens you this turn. And in doing so, means you'll deal 8, you'll deal 11, and then 19. I block all but 1 damage. So the reason I do this... 11... Oh, 7. Neat. Don't have the enemy weakened. Rough. The reason I do this is because I'm just setting up for a corpse explosion later. Like, that's definitely going to be how I end up killing. Ow. At least they both didn't decide to attack that turn. Infinite Blades, just for the extra decks. Backstab is some nice damage in the early hand, but that's another Caltrops. Yeah, I'm going to take that. Let's get defensively powerful. I need that rest, so I still have to go up this line. Accuracy, I don't play that many shivs. Like 2 a turn, so what, 6 extra damage a turn to 2 different targets. After I play this card, though, so I have to get through my entire, well, not my entire deck, but my entire deck up until accuracy, and then play the 1 energy to play it, and not benefit from it that much that turn. I have to take the Curse of Decay here. If I take the damage, that elite will definitely kill me. I hate that that happened, but I'm super mad. This is the worst. All right, skill potion, please give me powerful. It did not give me powerful. I can't know if the backliner is attacking this turn, so I'm going to play around the possibility they might be. So you'd be weakened, you'd be down to 4 by 3, 12, and each of you are dealing 10. It's really important to get the Caltrops out early in this combat, though. 10, 10, don't attack. Never mind, it attacks. Rough. At the very least, we did prepare for the worst case. Got him, boys. Right, you should be summoning this turn, Gremlin Leader. Thank you. Just in case the backline was attacking that turn, because I cannot tell. Here it comes. I mean, now that's a turn and a half right there. There's a summon as well. Sneaky Gremlin kills itself against me. Thankfully, the Gremlin Leader wasn't attacking again this turn. Just double block just in case. Hopefully, we just go for lethal here. All right, clear the board, and I get the heal from the meat on the bone. Letter opener. Every time you play 3 or more skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. It's neat. Get the Malaise upgraded so that I can play it on 0 energy. All right, that's really important specifically for this combat as well. I'm very glad that I did that. Caltrops does need to go out. Probably both of those defends. Typically on turn 1, they're attacking for 6 by 2 here. So if I go 1, 2, obviously, I was trying to hit the strike there. So I go 1, 2, 3. Maybe defend Caltrops. Hopefully they're doing 6 by 2, and they are, but it was 7 by 2, of course. I need to leg sweep and then hit as large a malaise as I possibly can. Single large attack is 15 from this enemy. Good to remember. Can't believe the other Caltrops is the lowest card in my deck, though. Kind of wild how that keeps happening. Ow. At least the enemy is weakened. There's your giant 15. And now at this point, it is basically just defend and wait for the Book of Stabbing to murder itself on me. A lot like that. Heal up another 12. Get the potion belt. Pick up, gain 2 potions lost. Do I want to... Yeah, I definitely want burst in this deck. Hell, I'll even go for another elite, I think. Ancient Tea Set. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. And... Okay. Interesting. Ow. Incoming damage could be lethal this turn. Gotta keep an eye on that. Alright, I want everyone weakened here ideally. So we'll leg sweep, defend, and then melee's the frontliner. Now I'm vulnerable. Alright, it's do or die this turn, and it kind of looks like it's probably die unless I pick up Corpse Explosion. Yeah, it's not Corpse Explosion. I'm dead. Yeah, not being able to pick up any defensive cards in that turn is ridiculous. Not being able to pick up Corpse Explosion, like, in the top half of that deck against the AoE fight is also really annoying. Oh, well. Gotta take risks to make risks, right? Okay. 3 upgrades, 2 elites, 3 early question marks over there on the left-hand side. Or I could do the same with 1 less rest and 1 extra elite. I get to make my decision up here, though, so it gives me a lot of time. Change the starting relic. Black Star. Ooh, hoo-hoo, okay. Well, Black Star is I gain an additional relic for any elites defeated. So that now means that I just hunt elites this floor. That is my singular solid purpose. I must murder all of the elites available in every available opportunity. Alright. Caltrops actually isn't particularly handy in elite combats, though. Like, I guess it can be fine, but it's just not impressive at all. Okay, cultist down, and specifically because I'm hunting elites, I can't take any of these. I just need some damage right now. Game. Well, these are going to be some real tough elite fights. Yeah, we're probably dead in this combat. Get brought back by the fairy in a bottle, and then use the Entropic Brew for a refill. Yeah, just murder me. If I defend this turn, the enemy gets 2s. They would, hang on. They were dealing 24. So if I defend, they go to 26. 26 with a reduction of 25% is 7. Right? So 7 off 26 takes them to 19, which means that this defend should prevent me from dying this turn. Whatever, I was dying this turn either way. Toxic Egg, whenever you add a skill card to your deck upgraded, as well as Ninja Scroll. Both great pickups there. We'll even take a leg sweep that immediately gets upgraded. I'll rest here just so that I can try and make it through these elites. Entropic Brew gets popped off at the start of this combat. Don't really want to wake up the enemy that turn, but desperately don't want to shovel those back into my deck. Those being the shivs. I might have actually considered using an energy potion there in order to get out 2 more strikes that turn, just 12 more damage. Just because of the thing that you're about to start seeing, which is that I cannot deal damage in this combat. For the life of me. Yeah, this is really annoying. So we found the early Black Star with... We're just definitely dead here. There's nothing this deck can even do past this point. Double defend? No, I'm dead. Cool. So, The unfortunate case was that I found the Black Star really, really early, and then I found absolutely no cards that could be used to combat elites. One thing that I could have done is get to this position and then jump off in this direction. I got 2 card removals here, which were both pretty good options. But I could have jumped off in this direction and gone to a shop to try and pick up some aggression there. And then I had another guaranteed card selection after another fight here. So I might want to consider, like, if I am trying to go to an early elite, maybe I avoid early question marks because they might give me events and might not give me cards. In particular, if they don't give me cards, then how am I going to kill the elite, specifically as a silent? Defect and Ironclad are probably both immune from this messaging. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Speedruns. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you